Well, hello there. I hope you're well. So it's been a minute since I just sat down and did a face of makeup. So I thought I have some press drops that I got over the last couple of weeks with like bundles of makeup in them. That sounds a bit more dramatic than it is. But like a few bits and bobs from a couple of different makeup brands that I've been trialing some of it and I haven't used some of the other products yet. So I thought I would just sit down and do a face of makeup with some of the new products. I'll probably throw in a few oldies for good measure as well. So let's get going. Let's put some makeup on this red face. Okay, first things first, primer. I have a couple of different primers, but I think I'll use this one. This is the new Catrice HD Active Performance Primer with SPF 30. It's water and sweat proof and pore minimizing. It looks a bit like that. It looks a bit like the foundation that they had out a while ago with the little dropper. So I'm going to take a couple of drops of that. I'm high maintenance because I'm a bit oilier and a bit more porous, so I do use two different primers. But obviously, if you're not that way, you don't need to. So I'll whack a bit of that on just all over, and then some pore minimizing primer from the Balm in my T-zone. I don't know if it necessarily helps, but it definitely makes me feel more secure, so I just do it. For foundation, I have two new ones that I've been playing with. This is the Lancome Tintadel Ultra Wear Nude. So this is like a lighter version of their Tintadel foundation. It's lighter coverage, but you can get like a decent medium coverage out of it. This is very nice, but I think I love this more. So this is the L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear Foundation. If you've been around these parts before, you know I do enjoy a L'Oreal Infallible foundation, and it was love at first wear for me with this. So this is in the shade Porcelain, which is a good match. We'll whack some of that on. I'm finding that this foundation has a good amount of coverage. It's not too flat on the skin, and it's been lasting really well. On me anyway. It does have a fairly strong perfume scent, so if that's something that agitates your skin or you don't like, give it a sniff before you bring it home. You can see it's doing a reasonably good job of covering the redness of my skin. For brows, I have the new IT Cosmetics Brow Power Super Skinny Eyebrow Pencil. If you don't know, IT Cosmetics already have a brow pencil, and it's a bit of a chunkier guy, which I much prefer a skinny eyebrow pencil. I can just work with it better personally. So this is in the shade Universal Medium Brown, and my lovely friend Cherry Sue gave me this, which is very kind. And I've been using it for the last couple of days and I've been enjoying it. Is it groundbreaking? No, but it's a really nice brow pencil. Although I just opened it and it all popped out there, that's a good sign. Have to be careful. I got my eyebrows tinted and threaded last Friday in Shavata and Harvey Nicks, and you can see it makes such a difference. She did a really nice job of the threading, and then like the tint just gives me eyebrow hairs I didn't know I had. So I've actually bought myself, I went into Sally's the other day and I bought some eyebrow tint because it makes such a difference, and it makes me less inclined to pluck eyebrow hairs that I don't realise I need, because I can get a bit tweezer happy. And sure, then it means I could just need to go and get my eyebrows waxed or threaded, so it saves me a few bob as well. And I've also been trying, this is hard for me too, to go less heavy with the eyebrow products, because I can end up looking a bit like Bozo the Clown. I don't have any new eyebrow powder. I'm still using my Kiss Quad, which I really like. I like when an eyebrow like palette has two different shades that you can kind of bounce off and mix together and stuff. So I really like this one. But I do have a new eyebrow brush. This is the Blank Canvas E94. I love how long the handle is, but it's quite a long brush, but I'm actually quite enjoying that. So you can kind of hold it like a paintbrush nearly, and it means, well, I hope it means, I suppose it depends on the day, that I don't go in as heavy-handed as well. It is a thicker brush than I'm used to though, so it's a transition. We'll see how I get on. Okay, it's too big for me. There was another one in the Blank Canvas kit. I've actually had this one before and I like it, so we'll use that one instead. And it's dual ended, so I can brush up as I go. I'm getting laser hair removal at the minute on my face, and I do keep having these notions of, wouldn't it be great if you could just get it around your eyebrows, so around the parts that you don't need, and then you just be left with the hairs that actually work. That's not what I'm doing, but it's a nice thought process. Okay, I'm going to leave eyebrows there because I could keep at them and then I'd just have a face full of eyebrow. This is the Essence You Better Work eyeshadow primer. This is new out. It's meant to be gym proof. Sound. Looks a bit like that. I just take some on my ring finger. Feels grand on the eyelid. It's not too oily. It's not too dry either. It's like the sound of Goldilocks. It's just right. I have this eyeshadow palette from Essence as well. This is the Good Day Sydney palette. That was my bad attempt at an Australian accent, I'm sorry. It has some very pretty colours in it. Is it the best quality? No, but it's cheap and it does do an alright job. But I'm just going to take the skin colour shades and go all over the lid. And then this has a bit of shimmer to it, but it does blend out, so I'm going to use this like mid-tone brown, a bit of it in the crease. This blends out okay actually. This eyeshadow isn't new, it's from Topshop, it's their Chameleon eyeshadow in Evolve, but I used it the other day and I just love it. It'd be a lovely like topper eyeshadow, but you can get a really nice effect with it, just this on its own on the lid. So I'm going to use it. It looks like that has like a duochrome effect. And I'm just mad about it. So I'm going to use that. There is loads of fallout though. And I do want to attempt a winged liner. So I'm going to use a shadow shield cut in half and whack that under my eyes. I find that these are a bit too sticky for under your eyes and they kind of pull. So I take some of the stickiness off before I put it under. But the concept is, these are just from Pennies now, these are just the kind of knockoff ones. But yeah, the concept is that this will catch some of the fallout. So I'm just going to take some of the Topshop shadow on my finger. I do kind of tap it a little bit and then just press it on. I just love the effect. Greeny pinky loveliness. Like obviously if you wanted a more opaque effect, you could put it over a cream eyeshadow. But I just used it like this the other day and I really enjoyed it. So I'm doing it again. I'm guessing the camera can't pick it up. But we'll do a little close up anyway, just in case. And if I wanted it more intense, like, well, I could get a brush at this point, but I'm going to just use a bit of setting spray on my finger and dip that in, and that'll help beef up the shimmer a bit. Just putting it in the middle. And I think I'm going to leave the top eyeshadow there. That's enough for me. I'm not doing anything crazy. But I am going to attempt a wing liner because I did this the other day and I enjoyed it as well. So this is the Catrice It's Easy Tattoo Liner. It's one of their new waterproof liners. Has quite a long, thin felt tip, which is my preferred method. We'll see how this goes. Liquid liner in general is not my forte. I get jealous of people who are really good at it. I'm going to use this to help kind of guide me a little bit as well. Oh, don't blink while you're doing it. Oh, that's okay. The only problem is now I have to do this one too. This is my problem eye. I'm sure you're wondering, Jesus Gemma, that cut out very quickly. Yeah, the liner didn't go to plan, but all I'll say is thank God for Moxie cotton buds and normal cotton buds and a bit of patience. We got there, we got there. It'll do, it's grand. On to the next thing. Not now, but I'm just going to use some skin coloured eyeliner in my waterline. And I'm going to curl my lashes and whack some mascara on my top lashes, just because it'll make me feel better looking at myself in the mirror. For mascara, I could use the new Essence You Better Work. This is their like sweat proof volume and curl. It doesn't give as much volume as I would like. And there's also a new version of the Glam and Doll from Catrice, which has like a serum in it that's meant to help your lashes grow. But I like a waterproof mascara, so I'm going to use their waterproof version. If I was going anywhere more interesting than I am, I would probably add a couple of pennies that are now doing, you know, the way they have their cluster lashes, they now do just short cluster lashes. So I would probably add a couple of them just on the outer corner of my eye. So time for concealer. Now this is one of the more exciting launches. This is the Catrice One Drop Coverage Weightless Concealer. So this is a full coverage concealer and it has hyaluron and it is sweat proof apparently. I have the shade Light Beige, which I was a bit scared of initially, but I actually think it works grand. It's kind of the same colour as my skin tone. So this comes on a little pipette as well. I'm going to drop a couple of drops on the back of my hand. Am I going to use one drop? No, that's just crazy talk. But I am using a whole load. This came in a press pack, so I didn't get to choose the shade. If I was buying it myself, I would definitely get the next shade down, whatever it is. They usually do a porcelain colour. To set under my eyes, I'm going to use the L'Oreal Infallible Magic Loose Powder. This has like a blue tint to it, so it's meant to be brightening. I've been using this all over my face as well, and it works nicely. I just have another new Catrice powder that I like too, so I want to use that. You can use this to bake as well, if you're that way inclined. I do sometimes. To set the rest of my face, I'm going to use the Catrice Glow Illusion Loose Powder. This has like a radiance finish to it. It's meant to help cover pores and stuff. And I used it for the first time yesterday and it worked really nicely. So I'm going to use it again. Although I will say the holes in it are really small, so it's hard to get out. Like you spend your life just banging it. I do feel it gives a nice finish to the skin though. If I can get a bloody out. See, this is why I like the more, like, you know, the like Makeup Forever do it, and it's like a springy base that you get your powder out. Much easier. But I think this is like a fiver, so I'll shut up moaning. I do have this other palette from Essence. It's the Hey Cheeks Blush, Bronzer and Highlight palette. But I can't be dealing with the size it is, and they're super warm and kind of muddy as well. So I'm not going to use this. I'm just going to use a tried and trusted Benefit Hoola. Sure, I'll use the blush out of this. I'll use this one here. Yeah. Just a little bit. But that's okay. It's kind of a mauvey blush, which I quite enjoy. Poop. I forgot about one of my favourite parts. I'm going to use it anyway. This is the Essence Insta Perfect Liquid Highlighter in the shade. Is there a shade? 10 Gold Addiction. They're a liquid highlighter drops. Catrice have some as well that come in a little glass bottle. It's a bit too goldy for me. This is kind of somewhere in the middle. I'm going to use a splodge of that. I probably should have put this on before blush, but sure, doesn't matter. And then whatever's left of my finger, I'm going to pop in my inner tear duct. To finish the eyes, I'm going to take this bronzy shade from this Essence palette. Quite like this colour. And pop that underneath. And then while I have this palette out, I'm going to take the kind of light shimmery gold shade and put that on top of the liquid highlighter. I don't have a new mascara for my lower lashes, so I'm just going to use my MAC Extended Play. I'll use the highlighter shade of the Essence palette. They actually work really well together, the liquid and the powder. Just going to set my brows. This is not new, it's Maggie. This is the $1 Billion Brows Brow Gel. I don't have any new lip pencils, so I'm just going to use Spice from MAC. And then, well no, second to last, I have 3 of the Made for All new Maybelline lippies. I think I'm just going to use the nude. These are meant to have been tested, I think, on like 40 different skin tones, and they're meant to work on them all. I don't know about that, but this is in the shade Mo For You in 373. It's kind of a satin finish. And then finally some setting spray. This is the Essence You Better Work Gym Proof Fixing Spray. I like how this, I'm afraid to open my eyes. I like how this disperses. It's a good spray. And that is it for my kind of somewhat new in makeup show and tell on my face. Did it go to plan? No. Is that okay? Yeah, I'm not a makeup artist. This isn't my job. I just like makeup. So yeah, this is the finished look. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. I really appreciate it. As always, thanks for watching, and I shall talk to you in my next video. Take care. Bye.